So last week, Xbox announced Game Pass. Their monthly subscription, $9.99. Rich and I know all about $9.99 for the network.
The network, yeah.
The network, $9.99. Very easy.
Over 1,200 hours of SmackDown added in the last month alone.
There we go. Look at that. We are cross-promoting our next podcast. But with this, Xbox Game Pass, what do you get? Each month you get up to more than 100 Xbox One and Xbox 360 games. New games added monthly. You get a 20% discount on those games if you want to purchase them. Get 20% discount, 10% off DLC related to those titles. And PlayStation has PS Now. So the difference is with Xbox Game Pass, you can actually download the games to your Xbox One or Xbox 360, and then that will take away any streaming, bandwidth, or have to worry about being connected to the internet. So again, you don't have to worry about that experience. So just with the announcement, Rich, I know you're Xbox. Mm-hmm. What is your take on Xbox Game Pass?
Good idea. I probably wouldn't subscribe to it myself, but I think it's a great idea. I think it's a step in the right direction. Anything to get people more towards digital adoption. And, you know, I'm biased. Back in the day, I've worked for GameStop and for EB Games and stuff. Anything to take out of their little circle of life, as everybody's been talking about on YouTube in the last month, I think that's a step in the right direction. I don't like their pawn shop mentality, so better for developers.
Pawn shop mentality?
Because developers...
Well, my game is $3?
No, it can be good for the retailer and it can be good for the customer, but we need the developers to be alive to make further innovations, further iterations. And if they go out of business because the first party sales are not there, but the secondary market is heating up, they don't know because GameStop doesn't release those numbers to them and they don't get a taste. So what's the purpose? If you have a great game like Titanfall, part of the reason that it's been rumored...
Too soon.
I don't know, but
soon.
But that's one of the things with the first one is it did have good word of mouth for the multiplayer for the first one. And it sold well enough they made the second one. And the second one, they're not releasing numbers yet, but they're saying it made what they thought it would. But again, secondary market is supposedly up there, which means word of mouth is working, but people don't want to pay $60 for just a multiplayer experience. But obviously, what they made...
Battlefront, fuck you.
No, but what they made resonates with people. I want them to keep... I want to see a Titanfall 3, and I'm not a Titanfall player.
Yes.
I want to see them do that. I want to see them take that technology and put it in other IPs also. But if they weren't part of a bigger development conglomerate, then they would go out of business, and we might lose all that potential. How many IPs have we lost, or how many great innovative games and stuff? Look at what's going on with Insomniac now, where their Ghost Stories is the new name of the company, because they had laid off everybody except for I think 12 or 15 people. The people that made the BioShock series went through such massive layoffs that there were less than 20 people working in the studio. Now they've turned it around, but who would have thought after BioShock Infinite that you wouldn't be able to maintain a developer? So this is something, because I would assume to be part of the program, it's kind of like the Games with Gold program. The developers get a piece of those sales. Being certified by Microsoft like that, I'm sure they take the lion's share, but you get something. GameStop, as far as I know, does not share their secondary sales. They don't sell the numbers, and they certainly don't share the profits. So this is beneficial for everybody.
And the new games, so I have a list of a few games that has been announced. Fable 3, Gears of War Ultimate Edition, Halo 5 Guardians, Lego Batman, Mad Max, Mega Man Legacy Collection, NBA 2K16, Payday 2. Mo, I know you liked Payday, those games. Saints Row 4 Re-Elected, Soul Calibur 2, and Tekken Tag Tournament 2. But again, it's been announced they get over 100 games. So if someone buys an Xbox One, pays $9.99, you automatically get access to over 100 games right off the bat. Okay, there might be older games, but still, the quality of those games over 100. It's like with Netflix, there's hits and misses. With Netflix, download it to your console. If your subscription expires or is canceled, then you can no longer play it while it's downloaded. But you do keep your achievements, you keep your progress. Xbox Live Gold is not required to play Xbox Pass, but to play the multiplayer, you do have to have Xbox Gold, such as Halo 5 Guardians, which is supposedly one of the best multiplayer Halo games. The story, that's a whole different subject. We'll have a different podcast for Rich to tell his opinions on the Halo 5 story.
Spoilers, it was Cortana.
Spoiler alert.
Wait,
That's what I said.
Windows.
Windows.
Hey, Cortana, you
No, I
fucked up my story.
Is that what it... What?
That's what you say. That's what you say we put it in Halo. You say, hey, Cortana, screw up this storyline.
Cortana.
Hey, Cortana, make 343 Industries look stupid.
I usually make Cortana look for, like, pizza places for me, you know what I'm saying? I've never played that game, so I don't know.
So what do you feel about Xbox Game Pass?
It's a smart idea. I mean, it's... if I looked at it closer and I would see some titles that... For instance, I've never owned an Xbox. And if I was going to own... If I go now and buy one and this comes out and I see some Xbox titles that I've never played...
Please make Battletoads. That's why. That's when Mo will buy an Xbox.
Seller for
I want to see Battletoads.
It's a system seller.
It's a system seller for me for some reason. I'm excited. Anyways, if there was some Xbox games that I wanted to go and play that I've heard of and just never got the chance to play at a friend's house or something, I would dive just to play those old classic games. I mean, it's something that would interest me, but I would have to see the titles and see how they appeal to me, and then I might jump.
I'm with you, Rich. I don't think I will subscribe, but I do think it's a great model to start. Again, to bring in newcomers, especially with Project Scorpio coming out at the end of the year. Scorpio at the end of the year. Again, because Xbox One was off to a terrible start. That was a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
That they are trying to turn back the clock. Start fresh. But PlayStation has something similar, PS Now.
Yeah.
Are you familiar?
I tried it out. There were a few games that I couldn't play on there that were on the PS Now. I did not pay for it because PS Now does give you a 2-week trial to try everything, like just to see if it appeals to you or not. But I don't remember if there were any trophies to earn on there. I don't think they enable the trophies.
Do you care about trophies?
I really don't. But there's a lot of people that do.
Oh, okay.
I think
Caring about other
Rich
people.
cares about trophies. Too.
Achievements?
Achievements, yeah.
Over 75,000 points.
Yeah, I mean, so
Which
there's
isn't huge, but compared to my pool of friends, number one.
no, but there are a lot of
It's not about the size, Rich.
There's a demographic for trophies. I mean,
That's
there's
not what she said.
but
It's not what my dog said.
Who's number one?
that's a different trophy. So,
You say my dog's a trophy?
just let's move on.
I'm just saying, I'm the one who has all the bitches in their lap.
Where are you going with this? What were we talking about now?
Female dog. That was the cheetah's joke.
All right.
Xbox, PlayStation Now. You said you tried it. You said you tried PS Now.
I liked it for what it was. I can understand people going into something where they wanted to try it. Like say they're like for instance when the PlayStation 4 released, they brought some of the Xbox players. I'm unfortunate to say they did capture a few because of what was going on with the gaming. It didn't appeal.
A lot of the good systems they came up with were ones that we were raving about on the 360.
Yeah.
And had been dropped by the One because the One was trying to be the all-in-one home box. You know, it was going to be your cable provider, your DVR, your Netflix streamer, and gaming was the last thing that they had. And they dropped the indie development, the Xbox Arcade.
Yeah.
The stuff that I would have been selling you on was the stuff that PS4 picked up.
So a lot of people jumped, and then they were like, okay, well, what is PS4 about? And they were trying to have a drink. But so if I was an Xbox player and never owned a PS4, and then they wanted to try some of the PlayStation 3 games, I don't even, do they have PlayStation 2 games on there? I'm not even too sure.
On Now? Yeah.
They do? Okay. I would have played some of those classic games that were available. But I can't think if there were achievements or not on their trophies. But it wasn't interesting. I tried it out. I liked it. I didn't pay for it. I wouldn't get it. It's not for me. I have half the games on PS2 and PS3, so there's no reason for me to get it.
Xbox Game Pass is tested now, and it has a release for the spring. And we'll see, how successful that is and how much of a game changer it will be for the industry.
Pun intended.
Pun intended. Yes. Phil Spencer last week did mention that it could be a possible platform for episodic and smaller story-based games. Rich, have you played the Batman, the Telltale?
I played the first one. I'm aware of what goes on in the story. I haven't had time to play through the other 4 episodes, but yeah, that's a perfect example. And back when they first started that, the first time I tried one of those free trials with the Telltale was Back to the Future, where they did that. And I played that first one. It was a free download, and I actually think it was on PlayStation 3, where I got the free download. And I did that, and then I went and bought the physical copy of all 5 episodes on one disc for Xbox. So they kind of screwed themselves there. But I did. I played through that first episode twice because they convinced me, and it was because they did the good marketing of, hey, try this over here. You get a free month to try this. And I was sold on the product. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about. It's just good gaming. I mean, it's a good way to market it and process.
Well, in those games especially, it makes sense for what you're doing. You do feel like you get a full experience. Plus, there is enough variation in the gameplay, whether you're playing the Fables game or whether you're playing The Walking Dead, Back to the Future, the Batman game, the Borderlands game.
Yeah.
There's enough that's familiar if you like the IP that you get sold on it, or if you just like Telltale, you're sold on it, or if you just want a fun game.
Yeah.
And being able to try it like that, I think that's an awesome approach.
Especially with Telltale, that's a good story. Just storyline altogether.
Yeah.
So we're excited to see the prospect and where it goes with Xbox Game Pass. Please let us know in the comments below what your feelings are and the future it has for the industry.